Season 4 of Hacks is all about power, ego, and a messy partnership. Deborah and Ava go from uneasy allies to full enemies while building a late-night show. There's blackmail, betrayal, success, and emotional breakdowns. Just when things seem stable, everything falls apart again. Before Season 5 arrives, here's a full episode-by-episode recap you need to remember. Ava forces Deborah to make her head writer through blackmail, instantly creating tension. Deborah refuses to respect Ava's authority, making the writer's room hostile. During a press event, Deborah ignores Ava's material, embarrassing her publicly and hurting the show's image. Meanwhile, Marcus steps away from the business, adding more instability. Their conflict escalates into personal attacks and emotional manipulation. By the end, Deborah admits Ava has control for now, but makes it clear their relationship is temporary. The episode sets the tone for a toxic partnership where both need each other professionally, but cannot stand each other personally. Deborah and Ava clash over hiring writers for the show, exposing their completely different approaches. Deborah prefers experienced, traditional comedians, while Ava pushes for fresh and diverse voices. Their argument intensifies when they scout a new comedian, and Deborah walks out after discovering she is pregnant, revealing her biases. Ava calls her out, leading to a heated confrontation about relevance and changing times. Meanwhile, the team struggles to find balance between old school and modern comedy. The episode highlights generational conflict and creative differences, ending with no resolution, as Deborah still refuses to fully trust Ava's instincts. At a Las Vegas writers' retreat, Deborah and Ava compete for control of the creative process. Ava tries to lead professionally, but struggles to gain respect from the writers. Deborah, using her experience and dominance, takes over naturally, undermining Ava's authority. The writers become divided, unsure who to follow. Tensions rise through constant disagreements, sarcasm, and passive-aggressive behavior. The retreat, meant to build the show, instead exposes deeper cracks in their partnership. By the end, nothing is resolved, and the writers' room remains fractured, showing that their inability to work together could seriously damage the show's future. As Deborah prepares for her late-night debut, pressure and anxiety start to overwhelm her. She struggles during rehearsals and experiences a panic attack, showing a vulnerable side rarely seen before. Ava tries to manage the chaos while also dealing with her own personal life and emotions. On the night of the show, things spiral out of control, leading to Deborah ending up in the hospital. Despite everything, the episode ends with a quiet, emotional moment between Deborah and Ava as they watch the show together. It hints that beneath all the conflict, there is still a genuine connection between them. The show begins to struggle with ratings, pushing Deborah and Ava to rethink their strategy. The network pressures them to make the show more relatable and viral. They consider adding trendy, internet-style content, but both feel uncomfortable compromising their style. Their disagreements grow stronger, affecting both the writers' room and the show's performance. Deborah also competes to secure a major celebrity guest, highlighting industry pressure. When a joke fails on air, it reflects their lack of creative unity. By the end, their relationship worsens again, and the show's identity remains unclear, stuck between authenticity and popularity. Ava reaches a breaking point as she struggles to control the writers' room. The team stops taking her seriously, leading to chaos and frustration. Deborah makes things worse by inviting Ava's ex onto the show, causing personal humiliation. Ava's emotional state collapses as her personal and professional lives collide. She lashes out and even considers quitting the show entirely. Meanwhile, Deborah faces her own small crisis, which unexpectedly brings them together for a brief moment. By the end, they share a fragile truce, showing that despite everything, they still understand each other in ways no one else does. Deborah and Ava attend a family christening, shifting focus to Deborah's personal life. Deborah struggles with her identity as a mother and grandmother, leading to tension with her daughter. Ava observes a different side of Deborah, gaining new perspective on her behavior. Meanwhile, the show starts gaining attention, especially with a segment that becomes popular but controversial. Marcus returns, reflecting on his independence and past decisions. The episode balances emotional family moments with ongoing career pressure. It shows a calmer phase in Deborah and Ava's relationship, but underlying issues remain unresolved beneath the surface. As the show gains success, Deborah becomes more ruthless in maintaining control. She secretly orchestrates the firing of Winnie, shocking Ava and breaking her trust. Ava realizes Deborah is willing to manipulate people to stay on top. Meanwhile, new opportunities and pressures emerge for the team, creating uncertainty about the future. Jimmy and Kayla deal with their own career struggles. The episode highlights the cost of success and how power can change relationships. By the end, Ava feels betrayed and conflicted as their recent progress is undone. Deborah proves she prioritizes winning over loyalty, reigniting their conflict. The network sees Ava as a problem and pressures Deborah to fire her to protect the show. In a shocking move, Deborah refuses and instead quits her late-night show on air. This decision sacrifices her biggest career opportunity, but proves her loyalty to Ava. The moment changes everything, leaving the team and audience stunned. However, the consequences are immediate, including a strict non-compete clause that blocks Deborah's future. Ava is equally shocked, realizing the depth of Deborah's choice. By the end, their relationship transforms into something stronger as they finally choose each other over ambition and success. After quitting her show, Deborah spirals into self-destructive behavior while traveling. Ava worries about her, but struggles to reach her emotionally. Their relationship cracks again after an argument, leading Ava to leave. The situation escalates when a false report claims Deborah has died, sending Ava into panic. When she finds Deborah alive, the moment forces both of them to reflect deeply. Deborah confronts how she wants to be remembered and what truly matters. By the end, she reconnects with Ava and suggests they start again. The season closes with renewed purpose, but an uncertain future for both. Season 4 ends with Deborah and Ava choosing each other, but losing everything else in the process. No show, no stability, just a complicated partnership and a fresh start. Season 5 will decide if they finally succeed together or destroy everything again. Like, subscribe, and tell me Team Deborah or Team Ava.